Hello, old sport. She's giving Great Gatsby, is she not? Today we are going to be doing a toast to my top 10 favorite books of 2023. So I'm going to tell you the book and then I am going to tell you what I liked about it. Number 10 is Pizza Girl. The amount of times that I told you guys to read this book, I'm not sure why you haven't. So it's about this girl. So she works at a pizza place and she's 18 years old, just graduated high school. She's pregnant. She's still with her high school sweetheart. And she's like kind of spiraling a little bit, like, I don't know, what do I want to do with my life? Is this what I really want with my life? One day, a middle-aged lady calls into the pizza shop and is like, hey, yo, I need a pizza with pickles on it. And then Miss Girl is like, oh, we don't like do that. But she's like, you know what, I'm bored, I'm gonna go out of the way just to do it for you. Who are you? You are interesting. Yes. And so we dive into obsession, her being obsessed with this middle-aged woman, a MILF if you will. And then I believe she like starts babysitting her son or something. I liked it because it's the obsession trope that I love. Cheers, mate. It's the void. It's just like, I like to read books about the void, the feeling of like, oh my god, who am I? What am I doing? And that's exactly what it was. She became obsessed with this lady to ease her mind. That's her like coping strategy. And also she doesn't even know she wants this baby. Anyways, am I saying too much? That book I rated 4 stars. The next book on my list is Can't Read. Oh my god, okay. I probably would have never picked this book up without my in-person book club because this was Bestie Tyra's pick and I am not a fan of sci-fi or like historical fiction or anything like that, and I would have just never, this book would have never crossed my mind, and now it's on my top 10. 1976, Dana abruptly time travels back to the 1800s where she was forced to live her life as a slave to survive in this world. This book was literally traumatizing. It was so sad. You got to see the perspective and you got to see how the characters changed over time because she would time jump around. And there's a Hulu show out right now. I'm not sure if they finished the whole book before it got canceled. Was it canceled? I don't know, but I think it was. That's why I even said that. This book was written in the 70s and also took place in the 70s. I could be wrong though, but I was honestly so shocked on how much I like this book because it was something that I would have never picked up. And period, you go off Octavia Butler. I might read more from this author. Let me know if you guys have read any more of her books because I obviously haven't, but I am down to try more. And I rated that one 5 stars. Number 8 is the A Court of Thorns and Roses series. Yes, this is another book that I would have never picked up. For serious. So I picked A Court of Thorns and Roses up because I was like, okay, everyone's talking about it online. Everyone's saying how bad it was. Like, I want to see how actually bad it is, and I want to be a part of the memes. Like, there's so many memes going around. I want to understand these jokes. And I read it and I was like, okay, the first one I finished in like a day and a half, and I read this physically, in which I don't read physically that much. When I do, it takes me like a week plus, so that was crazy. This book just flew by. And then I immediately got the second, third, and then the other one. We don't talk about the novella because I don't like that. I didn't like the novella, no offense. Everything in the novella you could get from the A Court of Silver Flames, okay? And I wish I listened to people when they said that. And so, anyway, summary of the first book is 19-year-old Feyre is forced to live in the Fey realm due to killing a face. She is paying her debt as living in the Fey realm, whatever. I hope so much more happens. That is just like If you have never heard of Agatha before, if you have no idea what it's about, that's just like the basic thing that it's about. That's where it starts, and then it just gets so crazy. I have not stopped thinking about this series since I read it in January. It is entertainment to me, and the world is so magical. The foreshadowing, oh my god, I've never read foreshadowing like this, and that is why if I don't read Throne of Glass next year, send me to jail. Number 7 is The Hunger Games. I feel like everyone knows what this book is about, but I'm gonna just tell you a little bit anyways. Every year, a boy and a girl from each district gets entered and a name gets drawn to compete in the annual Hunger Games. This is YA. It's extremely emotional. I cried. You can check out my 24-hour readathon where I read the Hunger Games, and Katniss is great. I love a strong female character. She has to do what she has to do to survive, literally, and I rated that 5 stars. And throwback to A Court of Thorns and Roses, I rated that 4 stars. And then number 6, I read Undead Girl Gang. This was a buddy read with Bestie May. I'm so happy that I read this book this year. First of all, the cover is giving us everything. Sometimes when there's like a YA cover like this, it gives us nothing, but I'm so happy that this book gave us everything. Let me tell you a little bit what it's about, because I talked about it in my September wrap-up, if you guys want to hear like about that. Mila Forrest's BFF dies. Everyone thinks that she was part of a ending your life self-harm pact. You catch what I'm trying to say. But Mila's like, actually, no, she would never do that. Bro, all the Gatorades at the bottom. Mila was like, I have to like communicate with her. And Mila is also a witch. And so she goes to the metaphysical shop and she's like, I need stuff for like a resurrection spell so I can talk to this girl. And so she gets the stuff for the spell and she goes and she does it, and tell me why this girl accidentally brings back all 3 of the teens who passed away recently. The reason why it's called Undead Girl Gang is because you have these zombies running around with each other. And so I love this because the dark humor, the twist was actually disgusting. And I love a witch story. The friendship, I love a book about friendship and how even in the afterlife, together put their differences aside and became bestie boos. I rated that 4 stars, and it was so much fun buddy reading this book. I'm down to do it again whenever. Number 5 is going to be The Return by Rachel Harrison. The main character's bestie boo goes missing, and after a long ass time she comes back, but she's a little bit different. And the main character is like, okay, she's not right. Like, what is going on with her? The group of friends, the main Virgo looking ass character is like, okay, we're gonna take a little trip and we're gonna have a girls getaway because you're back, Julie, or whatever. And then so they go, and then some creepy stuff starts happening, and Julie is acting extremely, extremely weird, and they're like, oh my god, what is going on with her? I love how Rachel Harrison writes friendships, and she's really, really good at making the setting so eerie. It's easy to digest and horrifying at the same time. I'm going to get roasted for this, but that is fine. That is really fine. For 4th place, there is a tie. September House. A lot of people have said the September House for a good reason. It's very good. The way that Clarissa Orlando writes about the situations that are going on in this house and in the past, and why the main character has these certain rules that she has in place for her to cope is just so heartbreaking. And like, you get it, like you would get it, like you would agree and you would do the same exact thing if you were in her place. I feel like you see her side completely. But I did say that I was tied, so it's tied with The Only One Left. I know my book It's over there. Don't worry about it. Hello, more Only One Left content to come in your future. Let me tell you about a little bit about how I feel about this book. Riley Sadrick, he's planting the seeds. I didn't realize it before. This was about to go on the roast list. And I started rereading it and I was like, hold on. You planted them seeds, sir. Like, go off, I think. I have not read very many thrillers like this, and if, oh my gosh, please let me know your favorite thriller, because I love thrillers. I just don't read them a lot because there was a point where I was reading thrillers and I was predicting every single thing, so it was kind of boring. I was like, okay, this is boring to me. Like, I can't keep reading these right now. I have to read something else. But The Only One Left has so many twists, and believe it or not, they do actually all connect. I was roasting this book. I was like, they do not connect, whatever. I don't understand. They do. The seeds were planted, the seeds were subtle, and the seeds were also in your face. So cheers to you, mate. I rated The September House and The Only One Left both 4 stars. My third favorite book of the year is How Can I Help You? I read this with my book club, Women's Wrong Support Group. You can go ahead and click the link in the description if you want to check out my book club on Fable. How Can I Help You is a librarian setting, and so Margot is living her chill librarian life right now. And when a new girl, Patricia, don't get it wrong, comes in and throws off the vibes, the balance. And so the less you kind of know, the better. Like, you should know that this is a thriller going in, but I feel like you want to kind of figure the story out as it goes along. This is more of like a character study, I feel, because not like so much happens, but like it happens. I love women just being up to no good. I would read a prequel to this. I would read a sequel to this. How would she do a sequel? I don't even know. Why is this camera falling? Both characters were so interesting, Margot and Patricia, and I love the library setting. This is literally the definition of Women's Wrong Support Group. Yeah, so I'm so happy that I read that. I rated this 4.5. My next book is a very recent read of mine. I read this in November. You guys already know because I already told you. If you want to check out my November wrap-up, go ahead and do that. Nobody was shocked. BFF Abatha is located in a small, dusty, crusty, busted town where she is an outsider, and she married this man, whatever, okay, irrelevant. He dies. She is widowed, and now her crusty brother-in-law is trying to take the land from her, and so Abatha's like, no, and so anyway, so she ends up making a deal with the devil, and okay, that's all you need to know, period. But I just want to say that she literally did nothing wrong, mate. She did nothing wrong, okay? I support everything that she did, number one. Number two, all of the characters were interesting, and there's art. Look at her. That's Bestie Abby right there. I would recommend the physical read because of the pictures and the art and everything, and it's also not terribly long, but also I would recommend the audiobook because it's so good. And there's also a song that Abatha sings in this, and the narrator in the audiobook, she goes off like, what is her Grammy? She was going for that Grammy. Like, it's illegal that she doesn't have one. Obviously, I love a strong female character. That's what she is. And also, I liked both POVs, which is not always a thing. Like, obviously, I liked it, and How Can I Help You? And in this, so when I like it, I like it. That's my thoughts on that. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Stop what you're doing. Put what you think my favorite book of 2023 is right now in the comments. Okay, you did it? Okay, slay. It was all as well. Yeah, so I didn't count I didn't count rereads on this list, and I am aware that I reread this book. However, I read this twice in 1 year. My first time reading this, March of 2023. My second time reading this, September of 2023. Yes, only 6 months apart. I am aware. However, look at this. I tabbed so much. The first time I read this with my in-person book club. Not a day goes by that I didn't think about this book. So Bestie Maddie from As Told by Maddie, shout out Bestie, read All's Well with me, and we have a vlog. I will link her vlog and my vlog in the description. I talk about this book so much on my channel. I'm just gonna tell you what I thought. And will I put this to rest? I don't know. Probably not. Chronic pain representation. I have not read a book with chronic pain representation like this before. This book is also for what and for why, but in a good way. You know what I mean? Like, what was going on and why was it happening? And also, we don't know. So, like, really trippy. There's so many parallels to Shakespeare's different plays, like All's Well That Ends Well, Macbeth. Mona Awad is a genius. She is slay. If you look up a definition of slay in the dictionary, Mona Awad's picture will be there like this. Yeah, look up slay in the dictionary. Tell me you don't see this. Never read a book like this ever in my life. Those are my top 10 favorite books. A toast to them. Who was shocked? Nobody. Okay. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. What was your favorite book of the year? Coming soon is going to be a roast of my least favorite 10 of 2023. I am having such a hard time figuring that out because it might not be 10, it might be more than 10. Because girl, that's all I have to say. Some of the authors really have the audacity, and I'm talking the offensive ones, not just the books that, you know, they tried but it's still bad. I'm talking about like the offensive books, like who raised you, what are you doing? Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Exciting things coming in 2024. I am so happy that you guys have made it this far. If you guys have made it this far, put the clinking glasses, because this was a toast to my top 10 favorite books of the year. And I will see you guys hopefully in 2 days. Maybe not. I guess we'll never know until we do. Okay, if I was an author, my author photo would be this. You can't say I'm not slaying. You can't freaking say I'm not. Okay, bye guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for coming. Okay.